Hello, I'm Connie and I'm going to be doing a quick ribbon rose tutorial. It's a folded ribbon rose for the Really Reasonable Ribbon store. The ribbon I'm going to be using today is a 7/8 inch satin ribbon with the grosgrain edge from May Arts. First, what you're going to want to do with your ribbon is split it in half or fold it in half at a 90-degree angle like so. That's your first step. And then I'm going to be doing this backwards so you can see how it's actually done. Then you want to take the bottom portion of the ribbon and flip it up on that first fold. Then you want to take the ribbon on the side and flip it over that fold. Down and over. And you just want to keep going until you get to the end of the ribbon. Now, this, as I said earlier, is a 7/8 inch ribbon. So I started with about a yard of ribbon. You can do this with many types of ribbon, many different sizes. The smaller or the thinner the ribbon, the less length you're going to need because it's going to be less folding on itself. The wider the ribbon, like a 1.5 inch wide ribbon, you're going to use a little bit more in length. So you just keep folding and holding it as tight as you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. Until you get to the end of your ribbon. And again, you just play with the lengths and the fullness. This one I wanted to be a lot fuller. I could have done it a little bit less length in ribbon and it wouldn't quite have been as full at the end, as you'll see. So once you get to the end, you just grab the ends right here and you just let it hang like such. And then hold it with your thumb and your forefinger. And the edge that's by your forefinger, you just pull until you get to the bottom and you've got yourself a rose. Now, to keep the rose together, you can do numerous things. If you're going to just stick it on a card or on a scrapbook page, you can just take some double-sided tape and just or glue dots and start gluing it down. Or you can take a needle and thread and just do a couple little stitches. For me, what I'm using this for today is to make a little barrette. These barrettes are also sold at the Really Reasonable Ribbon store. And so I'm going to be using hot glue just because that way there's no sticky stuff on the back when you put it in your hair. So I'm just going to take a little bit of grab my hot glue gun. Dab a little bit of hot glue. Try not to burn myself like I normally do with a hot glue gun. And just kind of hold. And you can just kind of work your ribbon so that the edges are wherever you want them. And then just clip it off. And you see you have some ribbon left over, so it doesn't take the full 3 feet or yard. And there is your ribbon rose. And here's my finished one here, where I just added a little bit of the 1/2 inch wrinkled olive ribbon, just in little loops, and glued it to the back also here. So it's perfect for a little girl's hair, or yours, if you're feeling fun. I also have made a few other samples with some different ribbons in the Really Reasonable Ribbon store. For example, this is a diamond satin ribbon, purple. A satin and sheer organza ribbon. These are both 5/8 inch. Another 5/8 inch shimmery red satin ribbon. 5/8 inch double banded grosgrain and satin ribbon. This is the Swiss dot satin ribbon in yellow. You can sort of see a little bit of the dots depending on how the folding goes. This is a 1-inch grosgrain ribbon, so you can see the difference in size here. And then I also have a 1.5-inch wrinkled satin ribbon, and that definitely shows you the size difference. And finally, I have I think it was a 1-inch satin white ribbon that I made just a little rosette here and added it on top of a double bow with the grape Swiss dot ribbon made with the Bow Easy. I want to thank you for watching my video tutorial today, and I hope that you have a wonderful day.